All right. Enoch 60's like 4 pages, 8 pages. So I'll probably have to break it up in like sections. But here we go. 1 Enoch 60. In the year 500, in the 7th month, on the 14th day of the month, in the life of Enoch, in that parable, I saw how a mighty quaking made the heaven of heavens to quake, and the host high of the angels, and 1,000 thousands, and 10,000 times 10,000 were disquieted with a great disquiet. And the head of days sat on the throne of his glory, and the angels and the righteous stood around him. And a great trembling seized me, and fear took hold of me, and my loins gave way, and dissolved were my reins, and I fell upon my face. And Michael sent another angel from among the holy ones, and he raised me up. And when he had raised me up, my spirit returned, for I had not been able to endure the look of this host, and the commotion and the quaking of the heaven. And Michael said unto me, Why are you disquieted with such a vision? Until this day lasted the day of his mercy, and he has been merciful and long-suffering towards those who dwell on the earth. And when the day and the power and the punishment and the judgment come, which the Lord of spirits has prepared for those who worship not the righteous law, and for those who deny the righteous judgment, and for those who take his name in vain, that day is prepared. For the elect a covenant, but for sinners an inquisition. When the punishment of the Lord of spirits shall rest upon them, it shall rest in order that the punishment of the Lord of spirits may not come in vain, and it shall slay the children with their mothers and the children with their fathers. Afterwards the judgment shall take place according to his mercy and his presence. Patience. All right. Context explained. Return of the King. Enoch sees a startling vision of the warrior angels in heaven ready to accompany the Messiah to return and battle those who are destroying the earth, namely the dragon, the first and second beast, and the kings of the earth. Supporting scriptures. The Lord is not slow in keeping his promise, as some understand slowness, but is patient with you, not wanting anyone to perish, but everyone to come to repentance. 2 Peter 3:9. And in the second are the hosts of the armies which are ordained for the day of judgment, to work vengeance on the spirits of deceit and of Belair, and above them are the holy ones. Testament of Levi 3:3. Before them the earth quakes, the heavens tremble, the sun and moon grow dark, and the stars lose their brightness. The Lord raises his voice in the presence of his army. Indeed, his camp is very large, for mighty are those who obey his command, for the day of the Lord is great and very dreadful. Who can endure it? Joel 2:10 and 11. All right, let's go one more. 1 Enoch 67. And on that day were two monsters parted, a female monster named Leviathan, to dwell in the abyss of the ocean over the fountains of the waters. But the male is named Behemoth, who occupied with his breast a waste wilderness named Dudian, on the east of the garden where the elect and righteous dwell, where my grandfather was taken up, the seventh from Adam, the first man whom the Lord of spirits created. And I besought the other angel that he should show me the might of those monsters, how they parted on one day and cast the one into the abysses of the sea and the other unto the dry land of the wilderness. Context explained. Return of the King. One of the most interesting events to occur at the Messiah's second coming will be the worldwide earthquake and the revealing of the two great creatures, Leviathan and Behemoth. These creatures will be used for food for the survivors of mankind. Supporting scriptures. And it shall come to pass when all it is accomplished that was to come to pass in those parts that the Messiah shall then begin to be revealed, and Behemoth shall be revealed from his place, and Leviathan shall ascend from the sea, those two great monsters which I created on the fifth day of creation, and shall have kept until that time, and then they shall be for food for all that are left. 2 Baruch 29, 3 and 4. Then didst thou ordain 2 living creatures, the one thou calledst Enoch, and the other Leviathan, and didst separate the one from the other. For the 7th part, namely, where the water was gathered together, might not hold them both. Unto Enoch thou gavest 1 part, which was dried up the 3rd day, that he should dwell in the same part wherein are 1,000 hills. But unto Leviathan thou gavest the 7th part, namely the moist, and hast kept him to be devoured, of whom thou wilt, and when. 2 Esdras 6, 49, 52. 1 Enoch 60, 10. And he said to me, You son of man, herein you do seek to know what is hidden. And the other angel who went with me and showed me what was hidden told me what is first and last in the heaven in the height, and beneath the earth in the depth, and at the ends of the heaven, and on the foundation of the heaven, and the chambers of the winds, and how the winds are divided, and how they are weighed, and how the portals of the winds are reckoned, each according to the power of the wind, and the power of the lights of the moon, and according to the power that is fitting, and the divisions of the stars according to their names, and how all their divisions are divided. Context explained: the creation. Enoch is privileged to receive a full tour of everything the Creator made during the 6 days of creation. That's enough. That's it. Let me see if I can close.